At an average asking price of about $3,000, the 2007 Nissan XTerra is a bargain. And let me tell you why. This particular Nissan XTerra has about 240,000 miles on it. And that is mostly thanks to the 5-speed automatic transmission that this thing has and the big old 4-liter V6 that it has under the hood. I don't think that the front bumper and the front grille look too bad, but it's just like any other Nissan truck or SUV from that time. It does, however, have a pretty unique side profile with these big buff fenders that I think give it a pretty good like off-road look. The wheels are nothing special. This one just comes with 16-inch wheels that don't look too bad. I have seen a lot of people customize them and put some off-road wheels on it, and they look really good on this car. Like I said earlier, the 2007 Nissan XTerra comes with a big old 4-liter V6 under the hood that produces 261 horsepower and 281 pound-feet of torque. It's rated at 18 miles per gallon in the city and 22 miles per gallon on the highway. But realistically, you're probably not going to get more than 16 or 15 miles per gallon on average. So if you were looking for a gas-saving SUV, this is not the one to go with. And luckily, with that big of an engine, also comes a pretty high towing capacity. So if you got the tow package, then this thing will have 5,000 pounds of towing capacity. And that brings us to the rear of the car. Like I said, this car does have 240,000 miles on it, so it does have a little bit of damage here and there. But I actually really like the rear of this car. It's not super unique looking, but it gets the job done. But what I really like is that it has these steps right here that you can step on to get to the roof rack. The roof rack is a really nice touch, but on top of that, there's also a little secret compartment in here that I'm going to show you guys right now. Okay, so to get to the compartment that's up here, we need to step on these. And then there's a lever up here that we're just gotta go like this, and it comes right up. Okay, so now back to the rear. This trunk's pretty big. It has 65.7 cubic feet of trunk space. And you can even fold the rear seats down to make even more space. The spare tire is under the car, meaning that this little compartment that's right here is just like an extra little space for like tools and stuff. And it also comes with these little nets on both sides that you can just put whatever you need to put in there. And one last cool little touch is that it comes with its own little first aid kit. So this particular Nissan XTerra is the rear wheel drive, and for very, very casual off-roading, it'll get the job done. But if you want to do anything a little bit more serious, you should probably get the 4x4 version of this, which it does come in that version, and they really don't cost that much more. So if you're still not convinced that the 2007 Nissan XTerra is a bargain, let me show you the interior. Yeah, nah, that was a joke. Okay, I mean, it's not that bad, but it's pretty basic. The interior of the 2007 Nissan XTerra is just basic. It's a basic 2007 SUV interior. So yeah, let's take a closer look at the interior. Okay, so now we're in the interior, and like I said before, it is a pretty basic Nissan interior. But yeah, let's go over it real quick. So here's the middle console. We got our air vents and everything. We have our climate controls down here. Here we have just our standard gear shifter and all that. Then here we have our parking brake and some cup holders. We also have here the normal little compartment, and then we also have glove box and an extra little compartment up here as well. To the left of the driver, we have our window controls, our unlock lock as always, and then our mirror controls over here. On the steering wheel, we're gonna have our cruise controls, we're gonna have our turning indicators, our windshield wiper controls, and then over here on the instrument cluster, we have the coolant temperature, RPMs, speed, and your fuel gauge. But yeah, overall, it's a pretty spacious interior. The seats are pretty comfy. Let me show you guys the seats real quick. So yeah, like I said, pretty basic, standard interior. And now let's check out the back seats. So the back seat is pretty basic as well, not super spacious, but also not bad. It's decently spacious. Let me show you guys real quick. And one interesting thing is only the driver's seat has a pocket behind it. Right here. The only other thing that I mentioned earlier too is that these seats do fold down to make more trunk space. But yeah, all right, let's take it for a spin. All right, honestly, there's not much to say about how this car drives. Like I've already said multiple times, it's pretty basic, but we'll still take it for a quick little spin. And also, like I said before, this car does have 240,000 miles on it already, so it's not gonna drive like a brand new car, but it still drives pretty good. It's a bit of a rough ride, but this car isn't meant to be a super smooth ride anyway. Like I said before, this car does have 261 horsepower and 281 pound-feet of torque, and you can feel it. It's not a slow car by any means. And since it's such a big engine, 4-liter V6, it actually does sound pretty good too. Yeah, so this car really isn't anything special to drive, but it's also not horrible. One thing I will say is that the visibility in here is actually super good. And it is a very big car, so that's expected, but I'm just really impressed with how good the visibility is when you want to look over your shoulder or anything like that. So overall, this is just a good bang for your buck car. It will last you forever. It has 5,000 pounds of towing capacity. If you want to do a little bit of off-roading or take it to the beach, it'll do that just fine. So for around 3,000 bucks, you really can't go wrong with it. You can customize it however you want to. You can throw some rims on it. You can throw an entertainment system in it if it doesn't have one. So although it is a pretty basic car, basic interior, basic exterior as well, it's a good bang for your buck car. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you would get this car, or if you have it, let me know how you like it. But yeah, other than that, please subscribe and like, and thank you for watching.